Okay students, welcome to the third day of the summer school English session. Today is Wednesday, June 7th, 2023. Today, we'll be reading the book, To Kill a Mockingbird, by Harp Lee. Let me sit down and read. Okay, now that I am seated, let me start reading. Here we go. Dedication for Mr. Lee and Alice in consideration of love and affection longers, I suppose, were children once. Charles Lamb. When he was nearly 13, my brother Jem got his arm badly broken at the elbow. When it healed, and Jem's fears of never being able to play football were assuaged, he was self-conscious about his injury. His left arm was somewhat shorter than his right. When he stood or walked, the back of his hand was at right angles to his body, his thumb parallel to his thigh. He couldn't have cared less, so long as he could pass and punt. When enough years had gone by to enable us to look back on them, we sometimes discussed the events leading to his accident. I maintain that the Yule started it all, but Jem, who was 4 years my senior, said it started long before that. He said it began the summer Dill came to us, when Dill first gave us the idea of making Boo Radley come out. I said if he wanted to take a broad view of the thing, it really began with Andrew Jackson. If General Jackson hadn't run the creeks up the creek, Simon Finch would never have paddled up the Alabama, and where would we be if he hadn't? We were far too old to settle an argument with a fist fight, so we consulted Atticus. Our father said we were both right. Being Southerners, it was a source of shame to some members of the family that we had no recorded ancestors on either side of the Battle of Hastings. All we had was Simon Finch, a fur-trapping apothecary from Cornwall whose piety was exceeded only by his stinginess. In England, Simon was irritated by the persecution of those who called themselves Methodists at the hands of their more liberal brethren, and as Simon called himself a Methodist, he worked his way across the Atlantic to Philadelphia, thence to Jamaica, thence to Mobile, and up the St. Stephen's. Mindful of John Wesley's strictures on the use of many words in buying and selling, Simon made a pile practicing medicine, but in this pursuit he was unhappy lest he be tempted into doing what he knew was not for the glory of God, as the putting on of gold and costly apparel. So Simon, having forgotten his teacher's dictum on the possession of human chattels, bought 3 slaves and with their aid established a homestead on the banks of the Alabama River some 40 miles above St. Stephen's. He returned to St. Stephen's only once, to find a wife, and with her established a line that ran high to daughters. Simon lived to an impressive age and died rich.
Hey Mr. Costello, may I please go to the bathroom?
Excuse me, Viviana Ramirez, I'm reading To Kill Mockingbird to the class. Please do not interrupt me as I am reading.
Jeez, don't give me a bunch of attitude. I just asked a simple question if I can go to the bathroom. Did you really have to be so disrespectful?
Viviana, first of all, I'm your teacher, so don't give me a bunch of attitude yourself. Second of all, I'm reading this book to you guys, so do not be disruptive. And third of all, I will not let you go to the bathroom because you'll make me pause the reading until I get back, which I cannot do that because I want you all to become smarter and receive a lot of high energy.
No, I'm really serious. I have to go to the bathroom so badly, because I cannot hold this in. You really need to let me go to the bathroom, or else I'm going to surge a bunch of peanut butter out of my colon.
Yeah, Mr. Costello, do you hear those wise words coming out of my wife's mouth?
Dominic, mind your own business. I did hear her words, but I am not going to let her use the bathroom because she will miss out on the rest of the book. And Viviana, what the absolute fuck is this I hear about you trying to surge peanut butter out of your private part? That is absolutely icky and sickening.
Because it's true, I am literally about to surge some peanut butter out of my colon if you do not let me take a big dump.
I agree with Dominic and Viviana. She is literally going to surge out some peanut butter out of her colon, so let her use the motherfucking bathroom.
Yeah, Mr. Costello, you are being very disrespectful. Let Viviana use the girls' bathroom right fucking now.
Nisha and Joman, stay out of this. I'm not letting her use the bathroom, so shut the fuck up.
Hey, do not talk to Nisha and Jamin like that. How would you feel if I did that to you?
I agree with everyone. If you do not let Viviana use the bathroom, we will all hire a hitman to stab you to death.
That's it. I've had enough of all of your guys' nonsense. Viviana, for not accepting no for an answer for not letting you use the bathroom. You, as well as you Dominic and Javi, go to the principal's office right now. Same for you Kylan, since you threatened to hire a hitman to stab me to death. As for the rest of you, let's get back to reading To Kill Mockingbird.
What the fuck? I just love when people show up to my office during summer school. Viviana, Dominic, Javier, and Kylan, why the fuck are you guys here? And why the fuck are you guys crying like babies?
Well, when our teacher was reading to the class, I asked him if I can use the bathroom, but he wouldn't let me, and I refused to take no for an answer, and then I told him I was going to search a bunch of peanut butter out of my private part.
And then I got mad at him for not letting her use the bathroom and asked him if he heard the wise words coming out of my wife's mouth.
And then I told him to not talk back to them and asked him how he would feel if I said something mean to him.
And then I told him that if he doesn't let Viviana use the bathroom, then I would hire a hitman to stab him to death. We are so sorry for what we have done.
Your apology has been denied, Viviana, Dominic, Javier, and Kylan. How dare you disrespect your teacher like that, especially the part of Viviana telling your teacher that you will surge peanut butter out of your private part, and especially the part of Kylan telling Mr. Costello that you will hire a hitman to stab him to death. That is so motherfucking it. Pack your things and go to the bus concourse right now. We will see you all tomorrow for another day of summer school. Now pack your things and go to the bus concourse right now.